So we all know in Madden that there's several setup options before you start and play your game. Of course, you can change your stadium, you can change the time, the weather if you so want to, and there's one thing which is kind of cool, which most of us use every single game, is how long the quarter is going to be. See, if you're an absolute menace to society, you'll probably play around 15-14 minute quarters, which I don't really know why you wouldn't do that. Why would you want to play Madden for 3.5 hours? But if you're normal like me, you probably play, 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minute quarters, which is respectable, which is, most people do that anyways. But you can go even lower than this, all the way down to 1 minute. So I'm going to be trying something new, and we're going to take this quarter length of 1 minute, and we're going to put them into some games. And this time, I'm not actually going to do a bracket like I normally do. I'm just going to do a few games with the 1 minute quarters and see how this works out. I'm choosing 4 teams to do this: the Packers and the Chiefs and the Bills and the Bucks, basically just the 4 best teams in the league, as of last year at least. And I'm going to do 2 games and then extra game for the winner of both those games, like the Super Bowl. So that's this video. Let's start with our first game, the Packers versus Chiefs, 1 minute quarters. Let's go. Alright, here we are, the 1 minute quarter video, starting with our first game, the Packers and the Chiefs. One thing I forgot to mention is it's going to be a pretty big factor who gets the ball first. As of the Chiefs, they're returning it here. They're going to get a return to around the 25-yard line. Flag incoming, though. So that's going to stop the clock. Of course, this is going to be a holding on the return team, is my guess. It is. So that's going to back them up to around the 15-yard line. Anyways, a big factor who gets the ball first, considering, if they don't get points on the board, they get the ball to the other team at halftime. As I said, 3 seconds already burnt. That was the kick return, and there's going to be like 1 or 2 plays a quarter. So this video is just going to be stupid. Here we go, the Chiefs line up from the 18-yard line, and one thing is going to be kind of funny, just watch the game and you'll notice something that's going to change as the game goes on. As you can see, it's really sunny right now, and that's not going to be the same once we hit halftime. This is going to be a handoff to, I believe, Le'Veon Bell, who is silent on the Chiefs this year. He's going to pick up 10 yards, and as you can see, the first quarter is already getting drained out. Second inch. Okay, so it looks like the Chiefs are going to get another play off in the first quarter. We're down to under half a minute. They're going to pass this one. If an incompletion happens, and oh my goodness, he sent this one deep for Tyreek Hill to the 10. That's Sammy Watkins, 6-yard line. And scoring any points in 1 minute quarters is huge. And you put a touchdown on the board. Already, that's insane. The Packers, if they score here and get a touchdown, if they somehow force a stop, we don't even know. Any points on the board for one team is huge because you just don't have the time to respond. And when Patrick Mahomes just pulls up and does that, you just make it. Isn't that Kevin King guarding him too, right? Wow, this Madden's really trying to say something here. That was Kevin King. Okay, so that's the final play of the first quarter. A pretty intense first quarter, or a action-packed first quarter, I should say, with 2 plays. But that's 0-0 in the red zone for the Chiefs. Second quarter up next. 55 seconds left at the 1-yard line. Patrick Mahomes, I would not be surprised if he sneaks this one in. He's not. He's going to hand it off. This one walks straight up the middle. That's a Le'Veon Bell for the touchdown. So we have points on the board, and it's a huge gain of 6 points. Because that many points and only 2 minutes and 53 seconds left to play in this game, it's big. Let's see if the Packers can respond. Okay, so the Packers get the ball back at the 25-yard line with 49 seconds left, and Aaron Rodgers is no stranger to clocks with a low amount of time on it after he almost just threw a pick. Well, anyways, 0 for 1, 47 seconds left. Aaron Rodgers, he's good in the situations. Let's see if the Packers can do anything, get some points on the board. Well, needed to. Alright, so 47 seconds left, repeat down. Let's see if they can march their way, at least get 3 points. And Aaron Rodgers is going to scramble right, he's going to look to pass, and he's going to run. And he's going to get, actually, 4 yards. Surprising, but hey, stops the clock once again. As I said, incompletion, stop the clock. It's going to be big, 3rd down and 6. Guess that's good getting out of bounds. Okay, so a 3rd down play here, 3rd down and 6. They stopped the clock twice. This is going to be a pass midfield, and Aaron Rodgers overthrew his receiver again. And looks like the Packers got to punt, so they make nothing out of that at all. Punt the ball away, give it back to the Chiefs. Let's see if the Chiefs can respond, or we go into halftime with 7-0 game. Alright, to the Chiefs, they're not letting go. They're going to get some extra points. At least that's what they want. 26 seconds left. They throw this one. This one's complete. Timeout for the Chiefs at the 43-yard line, their own territory. Quarter of a minute left. 43-yard line, their own territory. They can get 3 extra points here. If they do, it has to be a 1-score game for the other team to have a chance. And they're going to get some extra points. Sammy Watkins once again. Touchdown, Chiefs. There's no coming back for the Packers. I'm telling you, there's no coming back. Getting 14 points in this game like that. And Sammy Watkins, who has 2 touchdowns. Sammy Watkins has normal game stats in what he's done in like 2 minutes. Crazy. Another big game for Sammy Watkins. Finds his way in the end zone, and I just don't see the Packers win this game. We'll just see what happens from here, and we'll continue. Check out these stats in the end of the first half. Wow, Packers really blanked out in this one, and the Chiefs had 140 passing yards somehow in 2 minutes, which is impressive. I'd like to see that in a road game. Anyways, Chiefs dominating 14-0 at halftime. Packers get the ball back right now. Alright, so is there a chance the Packers might do something? Let's just find out now. 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Aaron Rodgers already 0 for 2, and he completes this one for 10 yards. Allen Lazard 1 for 3, 10 yards in the third quarter. Interesting stat for Aaron Rodgers, and they have a long ways to go from here. They're on the 34-yard line, down by 2 touchdowns. So what they need, touchdown in this quarter, which I don't even know that's going to happen. The time's ticking. They need to stop the Chiefs in the fourth quarter. They have 3 timeouts, remember that, and they got to score with like 20 seconds left. That's their only way they're coming back in this game. 14-0 with only 4 minutes of play in a game is just, it's just too tough. And as you can see, as I was saying, Allen, Allen Lazard, what are you doing? Why would you cut? Okay, anyways, as I was saying, is that you can take a look at the shadows, is that the sun is setting really fast. Even though it's only been 2 minutes, the game still thinks, hey, this is a normal quarter length, so we're going to make the weather adjust with the real time, even though that's not how it works. Allen Lazard just completely, I don't know, has a stroke and falls yards, and that's exactly what you don't need, as we're marching our way to the fourth quarter already. So the Packers wasted their opportunity in the third quarter, but hey, all you need is 60 seconds, right? Well, we'll find out. Aaron Rodgers backs up, and this one, what's going on with Aaron Rodgers? This is not the MVP I know. 1 for 4, 25% passer completion rate this game, and just nothing's going good for the Packers right now. 3rd down 13, and they're 1 play away from giving the ball back right to the Chiefs, and possibly just losing this game. Kind of sucky performance of the Packers, but hey, they're not out of it. I mean, they can get another deep ball like what Patrick Mahomes has been doing all game, but let's just find out. Aaron Rodgers, here's another short pass, and this is the pick, and just, this has been the sorriest performance I've seen by Aaron Rodgers ever. It's 20-0. 4 minutes of play and 20-0. This game is far from over. Or it is over, I meant to say. Alright, so we finished this game, and that was a total letdown for the Green Bay Packers. Might as well go ahead and disassemble the franchise after that one. 21-0. 21-0. Chiefs win this one. And we're going to do the Bills and Bucks next. But real quick, before we get that game, let's take a look at some of these funny stats we got out of this game with the 4 minutes we played with. So already this just looks completely just stupid. You can take a look at the score summary first. No Packers on it, just Chiefs. As you can see, they scored a touchdown in the fourth, and then, of course, they scored in the second quarter as well. But how about this? Aaron Rodgers, 28.5% completion rating, 16 yards. Patrick Mahomes, 100% completion rate, 104 yards, and then 1 touchdown. Let's go further into this as we can take a look at Aaron Rodgers, who went 2 for 7 and threw 2 interceptions. That's definitely not Aaron Rodgers, not the Aaron Rodgers I knew. And as you can see, things are totally different for Patrick Mahomes. What about some rushing stats real quick? Le'Veon Bell, he had 2 attempts for 11 yards. Aaron Rodgers was his second leading rusher yard in this game. How about that? Allen Lazard, who had that horrible play, -3. Aaron Jones, and then Patrick Mahomes, a -1. Take a look at receiving. Of course, Sammy Watkins, as I said, with only 3 receptions, he played like a normal game. 129 yards, 1 touchdown. Insane. 48. Yeah, take a look at this. 21-0. Total offense, insane. 1 rushing yard for the Packers. 16 passing yards. And this is just funny. Just looking at these. Final score, 21-0 this game. Packers let down. Let's do the Bills and Bucks next. Okay, so the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will start this game off for the ball. Tom Brady has it right now. The Bills will get it at halftime. So let's see if they can get some points on the board before the Bills get it right back. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. We're going to start with a run. And this, of course, is going to drain out most of the first quarter. As that's Jones' second. He's going to get 8 yards out of probably his only rush in this entire game. We'll find out later, though. And time is going to take down to 1 more play in the first quarter. Alright, the Bucks are not wasting any time. They line up pretty quick. There's still a quarter of a minute left in the clock. Here's the first pass of the game. This is going to Gronk up to the 45-yard line. And Gronk finds his way into the Bills' territory. Already looking for 3 points. And if wanting it all, 7 points is what you want. 23 yards for Gronk's reception. Probably his only reception in this game. And the first quarter is going to come to a close after that. Second quarter. You already see some shadows. The sun is setting already. And we're moving to the opposite side of the field for the second quarter. Let's go. Right, so 57 seconds left in the second quarter. We flipped the sides and Tom Brady has the ball in Bills territory. Quick pass. This one's going to go to, I can't tell that is, but a timeout's called. It looked like it might have been Antonio Brown, if I'm not wrong. And that was actually Howard. Never heard of him. His first reception for 5 yards and 3rd down and 5. So a big 3rd down play for both teams. If the Bills manage to stop here, you're forcing the Bucs to kick for 3. If the Buccaneers get it, they're going to go for 7. So it's just huge. This is basically just like the 4th quarter the entire game. And that's why the Bills need to force a stop here if they don't have a chance still. We saw it last game. The Packers couldn't force a stop early, and they ended up losing. So here comes a big play. This one's going to Howard again. He breaks out of it, does a spin move all the way to the 5 to the touchdown. And now I know him. Touchdown for Howard, and that's the 7 the Bucs wanted. And that's not the 7 the Bills needed. And there you go. It's going to be 7-0 after this. Howard, is he the tight end? I'm pretty sure. I've never heard of him. And what an angle for Vita Vea. Touchdown. He broke everybody right there. Made a spin move, stayed on his feet. 3 Bills on him. Somehow did a tornado spin, stayed on his feet, and Tom Brady got his passing touchdown to Howard. And just like that, 7-0, Bills get the ball back with 45 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Alright, so the Bills, they'll start out with the 41-yard line with 39 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter, and time is already ticking. Let's see if Josh Allen can do better than Aaron Rodgers. And already starting, that's definitely not the best pass you want to do. They waste a timeout here. And at least he's on the completion board, but allowed with 0 total yards. Good job, Bucs. 33 seconds left. Let's see if the Bucs or the Bills can get some points to the board. A little over half a minute remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 41-yard line, so they got 0 yards out of that pass. 1 for 1 for Josh Allen. Throw this one for the slant. This one is going to be taken out. Another timeout called, and they're just short of midfield. I'm pretty sure that was Cole Beasley. It was. That's his 2nd reception of the game, actually. 6 yards. So now under half a minute. 3rd down and 4, big play up next, and they're still in their own territory, so they got a little bit to go if they want to get at least 3 points. Alright, from the Pirate flag, they're sitting at a 3rd down and 4, still in their own territory, so they want to get out of here. You kind of need to get this. They're going to get a completion, but that's going to fall short of the 1st down yard marker. And Josh Allen 3 for 4 already to Devin Singletary, and time is going to tick down in this quarter, and I don't think... So instead, the Bills, they just wasted all the time in the 3rd quarter. And here's a look at our stats. Once again, it's all one-sided. Of course, the team that got the ball first, they performed the best. And Tom Brady and the Bucs need the first touchdown in the game. The Bills get the ball here at half. Alright, so 20 minutes down after that running play at half a minute in the 3rd quarter. Let's just see if the Bills can do anything. Josh Allen, quick pass. This one's going to be just nothing again. And just like that, 2 plays in. And I think we're already going to the 4th quarter. 3 timeouts for both teams. This is where it matters. Let's see if the Bills can work their way downfield and tie this game up. 4th quarter up next. I might be mistaken as the Bills want to get a playoff. They will get a playoff in the 3rd quarter. This is actually big, and Josh Allen doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Runs backwards, and he still finds a way to get 2 yards. So, it was worth it. You get 1 more playoff, and you get 2 extra yards. Actually, I don't think it was worth it, because that was 3rd down. So starting the 4th quarter now, the Bills on 4th down. I think they got to go for it. They have to. If they punt it, they're stupid. They punt it, they lose. Well, I mean, they could depend on their defense to stop the Bills with the 3 timeouts. But I don't really see that happening. I would just go for this. I know they're going to go for it. There you go. The Bills, 6 yards needed. Don't worry the time. Just worry about getting this 1st down. Josh Allen. Here we go. Midfield. This one, 1st down. There you go. That's exactly what you need. And now, time is running, so you just got to get up, get some plays off, use your timeouts, and let's see if the Bills can do anything. If not, we'll probably end it a 7-0 game. Huddle for Josh Allen. They're down to 35 seconds left. Fakes the handoff to Devin Singletary. Backs up, looks the pass, passes one out of bounds above his receiver. 5 for 7, 20 yards, and just over half a minute remaining in this game. And they got to go around 60 yards, too. So you need to pull some inner Patrick Mahomes in you, Josh Allen. You got to throw this deep downfield, or Stephon Diggs zag. I haven't seen him this game at all. Haven't seen Stephon Diggs. So let's just see if you can get him involved sometime or another. 31 seconds left. 37-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Here they go. 3 timeouts for both teams. And here comes the pressure, and that's Devin White taking Josh Allen down. Forces a timeout. Last thing you needed for the Bills, and that's a Good sack by Devin White. 3rd down and 17. Under half a minute now. 28 seconds. Alright, Josh Allen lines up. This time 7 yards back at the 30-yard line now. He needs a miracle, and they're not going to get it. Just incoming pressure from the Bucs defense. 4th down and 17. You got to go for it again. This time, 17 yards, not 6 yards. Let's just see if the Bills can make out a miracle. Here we go. 24 seconds left. 4th down and 17. If they get this, they somehow stay alive. Already passing this one. It's not going to do it. Turnover on downs. The Bucks get it right back. And just, once again, weak offense by one team. And then a dominant performance by the other team. That's what we've seen in the last 2 games. So, with this being said, the Bucks should be able to just have Tom Brady go out there, take a few knees, or get some running plays. And we have our Super Bowl set between the Chiefs and the Bucks, once again, just like real life. So, we'll have the 1-minute Super Bowl, and it'll be here in Raymond James Stadium, too. And, well, the Bucks able to knee out the clock with Tom Brady, and this game's over. 7-0. Pretty funny score, but that's just what happens when there's only 4 minutes, 1-minute quarters. So let's just take a look at some of the stats once again. Josh Allen, definitely not his brightest game, but hey, he did better than Aaron Rodgers at least. He had 4 more yards than him, and he had a way better completion rating. Tom Brady, 66 yards and 1 touchdown. As you can see, the score summary, all Bucks from the 7 points they scored in the first quarter. Now let's take a look at some more stats in this game. As you can see, 3 for 4 and 5 for 9 for both quarterbacks. Rushing wise, somehow Tom Brady sits at the top of the list. I don't know how. Maybe because he had 3 attempts, but 3 attempts, 3 negative yards. That's because, well, of course, he needed out the clock. Ronald Jones has only 1 run, as I said, 8 yards. Devin Singletary, and then Josh Allen. As for receiving, Cole Beasley actually had 3 receptions. And O.J. Howard, like, he was the star of this game. He had 2 receptions, 43 yards, and he had his touchdown, which he had like a tornado spin out of 3 players at the end zone. Dawson Knox, Devin Singletary, and Rob Gronk, of course, he had that big completion midfield. And as for that, that's that. That game's over, and we have our final 2 teams, the Chiefs and the Bucks. So let's do the 1-minute quarter Super Bowl between Tom Brady and the Bucks and Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Who's going to be the better team between 4 minutes? Let's find out now. Alright, so the Chiefs will start off the ball here at the 26-yard line. This could be deadly. Patrick Mahomes, fast pass up to Travis Kelce, and he'll find his way for 9-yard pickup. So already keeping that 100% completion rate for Patrick Mahomes. Yet the throwing completion, yet to have a drop. So far, so good. 2nd down and 1, and Tom's going to take down the first quarter. Half a minute remaining here from the 35-yard line. You have a switch of plays for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's going to snap this ball. He's going to hand this ball off to Le'Veon Bell, and he's going to get taken down for not a loss of yards, but no gain. 1 rush, 3rd down and inches, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Just like that. So how about that? Already going to the second quarter. Tied at 0, 35-yard line. Alright, so they flip sides of the field. Now here in the second quarter, 1 minute, 60 seconds. 3rd down and inches, and here we go, got a completion. Once again, 100% completion rate, still going strong for the Chiefs. Timeout called, and that was Sammy Watkins once again, who performed really well. Already has a reception in this game for 14 yards. So if I was to say to be an MVP of this video, honestly, Sammy Watkins and Patrick Mahomes, definitely. And time is going to be stopping at 56 seconds left for the timeout call with the Chiefs. 1st down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Alright, Patrick Mahomes, hungry for some points, motions his running back as a receiver, has to give someone to move to him, and he's going to back up for a pass, empty backfield. This one's connected to Tyreek Hill. Another timeout called, and that's going to be around a 7-yard pickup for around 45 seconds left in this quarter already. Chiefs are playing it really safe with the clock right now, and Patrick Mahomes almost in some trouble. He just kind of throws this one, and that's actually Patrick Mahomes' first incompletion of the video, just like that. And he had to break out some pressure he was getting. So now 3rd down and 3. And if you think if the Bucks can force a stop here, forcing the Chiefs go for 3 points, could be huge. We haven't seen a field goal in today's video, which would be big if we could see one. Of course, the other team would have a chance of winning the game with a touchdown or tying it with 3 as well. Let's see. Can they get a stop? No, they'll get one to Le'Veon Bell once again. And 4 for 5, 35 yards, Patrick Mahomes, and time is going to run down. They're going to save this timeout this time, and they're going to find a way to have a chance at the end zone instead of just kicking this one with Harrison Butker. Already down to half a minute remaining. Alright, so down to 22 seconds left on the clock. Patrick Mahomes, 1-7. He breaks out of it, scrambles right, finds his way up for around a 7-yard pickup, but however, didn't find his way out of bounds, and time is still running. So if I was the Chiefs, I would take a timeout. Yep, they take their timeout. Still kept 10 seconds on the board, so interesting call for the Chiefs. I do think they're going to go for one more play possibly, and then take a field goal. Let's just see what happens. 2nd down and 3. Alright, so they're going to take the field goal now instead. This one's up. They're going to leave a little bit of time on the clock, and Harrison Butker is going to take a 3-0 lead for the Chiefs. And the Bucks probably won't do much with the time left in this quarter. They'll get the ball back at half. Alright, so this is the first time the Bucks got their hands on the ball in this game, starting the third quarter. So let's just see if they can eat up this entire 2 minutes, and that's starting to eat up 30 seconds right there. Wow, already. Alright, so they hand off, already half a minute gone. So they have to respond. They can get 3, or they can probably get a game-winning touchdown. And here we go, already starting with the Chris Godwin. So the 14s, Sammy Watkins and Chris Godwin, getting involved pretty good in these games already. And probably going to be the last play of the third quarter unless they want to sneak one more playoff like the Bills did last game. I don't know if they will, though. They're at the 38-yard line, their own territory. So they got to go at least 40 yards to tie this game is what I would say. And they're going to try to get one more playoff. Can they do it? Let's see. Tom Brady, he's going to get it off. Yes, that's actually big. And that's going to get him extra yards for Chris Godwin once again. 2 for 3, 17 yards. And that's going to end the third quarter. So we go into the fourth quarter, a 3-0 game. And the Bucks have a little bit of steam going, even though they've only gained like 10 yards. But hey, it's something with only a minute to go. Let's just see what happens from here. Bucks have the ball. 2nd down and 4. 1 minute to go. Alright, so they're about 10 to 15 yards away from the field goal range, is what I would say. So let's just see if they can find their way to it. And they've already got a completion. This one's going to go all the way to the 42-yard line in Chiefs territory. And there you go. And this is the kicker. I'm pretty sure it's Ryan Suckup. That was Leonard Fournette, who just had that 14-yard reception. And their kicker, who's nearly in range now in the 42-yard line. So you're talking about a 50-yard field goal from when they stand right here. Just a little pass, or a little before field goal range, actually. But they're going to find their way into it with half a minute remaining in the third quarter. Fake the handoff. Tom Brady backs up. You know he wants the touchdown. And, oh, just overthrows the receiver. I think that was Mike Evans running that route. Mike Evans couldn't find his way to it as Tom Brady. A little too much power under it. And thankfully for the Bucks case, that's going to stop the clock. And exactly what you need is stopping the clock without using a timeout, I would say. I would take a running play or two if I were the Bucks. Maybe because you're already kind of in place. You can call a timeout right after as well. Let's just see what the Bucks do. 42-yard line is where they stand. It's going to be around a 50-yard field goal from right here. Bucks looking for the pass. Tom Brady has the time in the world. Only 3 rush to the Chiefs. Throw this one, and this one's complete. Antonio Brown comes down with it, and they're well in range now, so they can take the 3. But with 2 timeouts, do you think they can go for the end zone and take a win? That's the question here. 27-yard line, 1st down and 10. New set of downs, 2 timeouts. Of course, 3 for the Chiefs. If they need to use one, they probably won't. The way we're looking at it right now, if the Chiefs stop, we'll probably see overtime, the 1-minute quarters. Which means 1 minute overtime. That's just weird. It's just basically sudden death from this point if they get 3 points to the board. However, they can get a touchdown. It's going to go to Gronk. Finds his way for the 1st down. Time stops again with a timeout. And now with 1 timeout left, 17 seconds left. Do you think the Bucks can win this game with 16 yards to go? It is highly possible. Tom Brady builds a drive up in 1 minute. And this is just Tom Brady being Tom Brady. I mean, scoring points in low amount of scores. I think Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be the person who does that, but I mean, Aaron Rodgers had a 16-yard game and 2 picks, but Tom Brady's always been good at it as well. 17 seconds left, 16 yards, so 1st down and 10, 1 timeout. They're going to hand the ball off. This one's going straight up the middle. This one's get the touchdown, dives into it. The Bucks have the lead. They're going to win. There's no way the Chiefs come back from this. Leonard Fournette finds his way in, dives his way in, what I should say, and it's 6-3. They're not coming back from that. There's no way unless they can kick return. This should be a 7-3 ball game. What I was saying, just do a run play. It will throw the Chiefs off guard, and it clearly did. And that actually wasn't Leonard Fournette. I always get Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones mixed up all the time. They have the similar number too. And that was Jones' extra point attempt to make it a 7-3 game. And let's just see if the Chiefs can do anything at all. All right, so with 10 seconds left. 3 timeouts as well. Let's just see. Can they do anything? This is a quick pass. And this one's picked. This one's going to do it. The Bucks have it. And the Bucks will win the 1-minute quarter Super Bowl. As they take it all the way down to 1 second. Davis with the interception. And Tom Brady will come back on the field for 1 tick. Take it out. And oh, he ain't liking it. He ain't liking it. 7-3. Then just Patrick Mahomes. 1st incompletion and 1st pick of this series. And just like that, the Bucks get it done in this. 7-3 is our final score of this game. Let's take a look at some stats. Alright, so let's start the score summary. You can take a look at it real quick. It's kind of small, but you can see the white line being the Chiefs. They had the lead the entire game, and then, of course, the Bucks happened, and they take it right back. A little bit of a jump in that red line. 35 yards for Patrick Mahomes, 66.6 completion rate, and Tom Brady, 57 yards. And 71.4% completion rate. So no passing touchdowns in this game, which I think was the first game to have that. As you can see, some more stats. 1 pick for Patrick Mahomes. As for rushing, Patrick Mahomes was the leading rusher from the Chiefs. And of course, Jones with his touchdown, 16 yards. There he is. And receiving, Chris Godwin has 2 receptions. Sammy Watkins, we had a lot of receptions actually. Leonard Fournette, Antonio Brown, Gronk, Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce, and Chris Godwin. They all had 10+ yard receptions. Of course, they have Le'Veon Bell and Tyreek Hill as well. So that's a look at our 1 minute quarter Super Bowl. Bucks win 7-3, and that's it for this video. So thank you guys for watching the 1 minute quarters. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it wasn't too long. But that's all for this video, and I'll see you guys later.